Cape Verde women's international team made history yesterday by appearing for the first time in a WAFCON game in their history. Well, they could not make history like Malawi because they lost and they did not get on the score sheet against Ghana. It is Ghana 2 versus Cape Verde women's national team 0. This is Score City where passion meets purpose, and I am Elizabeth. And we will be reviewing the game that happened yesterday, the Group B opening match between Cape Verde and Ghana. To do so with me in the studio is Damola. Damola, how are you doing?
I'm fine. If you say I'm fine, I'm fine. I just have to
and
be
it's
fine.
one of our West African countries. They made us proud yesterday.
They
won.
How does it concern me? Am I
they won.
Am I a Ghanaian?
We are brothers.
We are not brothers. Everybody's happy the papa. I sabi my papa, I sabi my mama. I know I'm not a Ghanaian. I'm a Nigerian, so I'm not happy.
Well, before we proceed,
they will banter us now. I imagine Nigeria did not Ghana win. You didn't even know what is happening on social media.
They did justice against that. They did justice to the game against Cape Verde. Please, before we proceed, do well to follow us across all our social media platforms. On Facebook as Score City NG1 and all other social media platforms as Score City NG. Now, let's talk the Black Wings. Yesterday, they had 18 shots, 6 on target, and they were able to convert just 1 and put it in the back of the net. The other goal they scored was an own goal. Were they clinical enough in front of goal?
Well, it's not about being clinical. It's about the effort. You understand? You don't get 16 shots 18 shots at goal, and you're saying
6 on target.
Let's even look at it. 16 or 18 shots, 6 on target. That's like a third. 30% of your attacking actions result in shot on target. That's not a bad one. You understand? It means that there is effort. The effort is there. Sure. You have to give credit to the Cape Verdean goalkeeper that stopped Ghana from converting on their chance. Because if you say you have 6 shots on target and you scored just 2, what it means is that the goalkeeper saved 4.
Sure.
It means that they could have easily scored 5 or 6. So you just have to give credit to the Ghanaians that they knew that. And if you have to remember that they scored their first goal in the 6th minute, if you remember back to what I said yesterday, immediately they scored that first goal. Whatever you could be planning to do, whatever the Cape Verdeans were planning to do, everything went out.
To disrupt your plan. The reading move off flow away.
Do you get it now? So the Ghanaians knew that, first and foremost, get sure that you get the early goal. You get the goal in the 6th minute, puts you perfectly in control.
In control of the game, no doubt.
And you look at ball possession, they have 64% ball possession. So it meant that they were control. They were from beginning to the end. They were in total control. And if you say that one was from an own goal, if you don't, like I said, it's the same thing from penalties. It is attacking movement that results in penalties or own goal. What it means for a goal, a defender, a player will not just kick the ball into his or her net. Sure. It means that the defender was probably trying to play the shot out or try to stop a goal, and probably there's a miscue or a shot hitting the leg. One thing I know is that it was an attacking movement that resulted in the own goal. So you just have to give the Ghanaians, they know that, you are coming here for the first time now. So may we show you, they were bronze medalists in the last tournament. Sure. So they showed them that we are big boys here, we are big girls here. We have been here before, we sabi pass you. So this pass them. Like I said, this group is going to be very, very important. Cameroon and Ghana, they both needed to win their match. Ghana won their whole match.
Fair and square.
Simple.
No issues. I think I want to agree with Damola. If you want to win, you have to first show that you are a bigger side than your opponent. If you don't score them in time, you can put them back in momentum that they tend to build confidence. And in the long run, it can haunt you. That's what, if you want to ask, or if you want to know more about this, ask Spain in their first game against the Cape Verde men's national team in the World Cup.
Same thing happened to South Africa in their match. They dragged the match too much at 1-1. When the match continues to drag, what it gives is that it continues gives. If you don't fight before, me I person they fight. The person never knock me down. I go to police say no problem.
Yes,
now just one I need, just one, and I'll defend with my life. Forget about whatever you want to do. The Tanzanians, they got that goal very, very late in the match, and they sealed it off. Win. Simple as
ABC. Well, I think credit to the Black Wings of Ghana. What Nigerians could not do, what the Bayana of South Africa could not do,
they does a banter
and then
now.
Kudos to them. Now let's talk about this Cape Verde women's national team. I think we should give them kudos because yes, they lost the game, but they showed respect. They knew their game plan was to defend all through, and they defended really well. And Jacinta Rodrigues in goal had an amazing moment. She kept them in the game all through because after they considered that first goal in the 6th minute, they were still in shape. They were making sure that their back line, the defensive structure did not falter up until the own goal happened in the second half. Should we give them credit? At least they showed that they're a good side, that they're here to compete. And can they compete having, the Vozia in Jacinta yesterday? Can they compete?
Cape Verdean's goalkeeper, I think for Cape Verde, the men's national team, they came into the World Cup for the first time. And they knew that this was our moment.
Sure.
It's that we make it or we break it, and it was as simple as Bozia came to the party, he did
First
his
game.
own, and he was the biggest benefactor in as a deal with Kolo Kolo. But let's go back to the female football. The goalkeeper is very, very important in the match. The match that the Super Falcons lost, you cannot exempt Nnadozie from any
worst
of the
performance.
You understand? If she had actually been, I don't want to use.
Let's not go there.
If she had actually taking her job serious, let me say, if they are taking her job serious, probably Super Falcons would have lost scandalously the way they did. But you have to give them credit. This is their first appearance. They will grow. You understand? They will grow. And the matter at which they lost respectably.
Exactly.
A loss is a loss.
Sure.
But it was respectable. And they can always hold their heads up high that we played against one of the biggest teams in Africa. They didn't play against Algeria. They played against Egypt. They didn't play against the new girls. They played against Ghana. Like I mentioned before, it used to be 3 top African national teams: Ghana, Nigeria and Cameroon. Sure. Until Morocco, Zambia, and the likes of South Africa came into the 4. Equatorial Guinea, not forgetting Equatorial Guinea too.
Yeah,
so for them, I think they have to just give themselves credit. We lost, but we lost. And they had their moments.
Can they build from there?
Yes, they can. They can.
Because I want to agree that these girls can build from there.
They might not qualify out of this group. Sad enough.
Unfortunately.
Sad enough, they might not qualify from this group. But what I've seen with Cape Verdean football so far, let's not forget that before the Cape Verde male national team got to this World Cup, they've been showing signs in AFCON.
Yeah.
They didn't qualify for the first AFCON, I think around 2012 or thereabouts. And in subsequent AFCONs, first it was the group stage, now the quarterfinals, they are growing. They got to the World Cup, they gave some of the biggest teams a run for their money. Come the next AFCON, all eyes will be on Cape Verde. Cape Verde have qualified for the first time for women national team to the WAFCON. The next performance, I want to bet you that they will not be playing like this. They'll be playing better. And let's not forget that they have a lot of Portuguese influence inside this team. These girls are playing for some of the might not be top clubs, but at least respectable clubs outside of the shores of their country, which brings experience and everything. So I expect that they will grow.
They'll do better. I think that they can still do something in this game, because looking at how they played they had their own game plan. That is one thing I credit them for. They know that they cannot go toe to toe with the Black Queens, that they need to defend, and they did their job well enough. Just that individual brilliance in the 6th minute that happened, and then they falter, and then they considered the second goal and all of that. Now let's look at the red card quickly. The red card happened towards the end of the game, 90+ minutes. What happened? Was it down to frustration, or the pressure from the Black Queens was too much for them to contain that they had to concede that red card? Because I felt like that red card was not needed. The game had ended already. They had lost.
Sometimes, like I said, I credit football players. In fact, sports personnel, I credit them a lot, because sometimes I see some things that happen on the field, I be like, if to say not me. Yeah, that's just the truth. I just wonder if to say not me, because they are expected to be as calm as possible, even under situations that might not be favorable. You understand what I'm saying? So these people that we see on the pitch every day, we must first understand that they are humans. They have emotions, they have reactions. Sometimes this thing gets to you. They pepper me. They lose now. Sometimes they go pepper. If you have played football before, a loss is not something. I play all these sets. At least to some extent, I've played football. Street football. Football, they pain. If they beat you, see, I dey vex for football. Yes, so I can understand that sometimes players take rash decisions. I'm not excusing them, but I just want to say that it's just a rush of emotion. It's just rush of emotion.
It's down to, so let's call it frustration that out of all this our game plans, out of how long we did and all of that.
You don't be like saying, I could just do this thing.
Let me just, it don't happen. I don't vex. You are tired and all of that.
Sergio Ramos, as good as Sergio Ramos was, do you know how many red cards he got?
The red card merchant. The king of red card.
Like, see,
now they tell the lab, say the lab you they learn. If you know people that do they've done this.
The lab is yellow card now.
It's yellow card.
That one is yellow card. Sergio Ramos will know that you have done me. I will get it. It's pata 3-match ban, but I'll do what I want to do.
Let's now round up with these Black Wings. It is 9 games and 9 wins against debutants. Did the experience showed yesterday that they well?
Yes.
It showed yesterday, no doubt.
It did show. Like I said, when you are playing against a big, like I said, they might not really be minors.
Of course.
But you still have to respect the fact that they are teams that they are traditional teams.
Sure.
Bad as it bad. Italy might not have qualified for the last 3 World Cup, but we are playing against Italy. You respect them, you respect their history, you respect what they have done in football, you respect the players that have come out of
4-time world champions.
You understand what I'm saying? So the next thing is, will Italy themselves now play according to the respect that has been accorded to them? The Ghanaians, what they did was, they know that this just they come. You understand? Like I said, individual talent. They pass the first goal. If you check the first goal, it was a line-breaking pass. Over the top, there's a player, the winger, Budua. She ran into the channel, got the pass, finished off. Individual talent. These are some of the things that will give you edge over your opponent. You get it now? So just experience what and imagine Ghana, they are also on the rise.
Of course.
They're on the rise, they're on good form, and it's just a good one for them. Just individual talent and experience.
I quite agree with you. And I think that experience, they say, is the best teacher. You have to show that you are the boss by winning your game and scoring very early enough in the game to put your opponents under pressure. Finally, let me ask you this. Can the Black Queens stop this group? Finally.
Yes, they can. They just need
because they are still going to play Cameroon. They are both on 3 points. They have 2 goals advantage because they did not concede a goal.
Like I said, the match between Cameroon and Ghana is going to be the decisive match. And I just want to say is that Ghana has an edge over Cameroon in terms of head-to-head. So I think I'll give it to Ghana.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's a wrap for this game 1, and a lot of things happened all through from the Group A, the Group B, the Group C, and now the Group D. Follow Score City on all social media platforms and drop your own opinion in the comment section. How do you think the Black Queens approach the game, and can they finally top this group? Thanks for watching. Kindly follow Score City on all platforms. Do well to check our next video.